Hi everyone, so I thought I would do a project share video, just sort of an update really on things I've been playing with and bits that you've seen in other videos, you know, now completed. So this is a stamp that you've seen in one of my haul videos. It was free in a magazine. So I've just coloured it in with a mixture of Pro markers, Spectrum Noir and the Spectrum pencils, and use the blending solution. And I just find, for me personally, it gives a better, better finish with having the blending solution. It just makes it easier to blend. A die from my stash, and then this is actually from a Project Life kit. I've got, hold on, let me just get it. I've got a box here with all my Project Life cards in, because I don't do scrapbooking anymore. I just haven't got room to keep that plus everything else. So I have given some of these away in like giveaways and stuff like that, but the rest of them I'm sort of keeping and using in my card making or other projects, so I just keep them in there. So I won't probably be buying any more unless they do something with a real pretty design on, because you know, us crafters, we never say never, because all of a sudden we think, oh, we like that, and they give us an idea for something else. Then just some bling that was in that Christmas goodie bag. Then I, yet again, another one of the Project Life cards. I sort of sometimes when I get something, I get an idea and I'll do at least a couple with that idea, but just a different image, because I don't like to, I try not to repeat a card. I might use the same image several times, but I try and tweak it a bit. And I know Poet Spices like that, she likes to use the same image but just change it up a bit. So yet again, the swirl, some more bling, and the little robins, I think they're so cute. This was from the Ball kit, and then I just made my own like little border strip. I've really got into making my own backgrounds. Paper from my stash. It was an old, I think it's an old Do Crafts range, so I've had it for ages, so I'm slowly using up some stash. These I got from a charity shop, and then I just went round it with a Pro marker just around the edge. So my Christmas cards are slowly, I've pretty much done all the ones I want for my own use. I seem to be quite into clean and simple cards at the moment. I think that's because I've got so many Christmas cards to make. As I was saying, I've pretty much done all of mine. There's I might do a few more for mine, like if I make something and really like it, like that Robin card, I'm quite tempted to keep for myself. And then I'm slowly getting up enough stock for a sale, but Mum and I are having trouble trying to find somewhere to book to do our own ones. We might have to go to some other ones. If everything goes to plot with appointments and stuff and we don't do it, if I haven't sort of done one by middle of November, then I'll give my cards to an actual charity shop. Like there's a couple that Mum and I like to support, like Julia's House, Going for Bust and stuff like that. So there's always an option. And then with my crochet, I know this is a papercraft video, but with my crochet, there's some stuff I'll try and sell on eBay, sort of thing. So I have got plans. So yeah, this is just a simple one, bit of Miri card. Yet again gone round with a Pro marker. I like to, if I'm doing a simple card, I just like to edge the card. That's just a little simple one. It's actually two separate stamps. So it's a ball and then the message. That was also free from a magazine. Then this is my Stampin' Up one, and I just wanted to do something simple to keep in my stash. Because actually my own stash of birthday cards has got, so I'm just looking for that stamp set. It's called Flowering Fields. Oops, obviously I just knocked something. There's a Stampin' Up set, Flowering Fields. I'm not sure if you can get it anymore, and then I just used one of my own ink pads. It's not a Stampin' Up one. Not one of my own, it's not like one I've designed. And then the papers are from Love Blossoms. I'm trying to use up my scraps. So just that little card. Let's get it up the right way. I'm really trying to be good and using up scrap bits of paper rather than keep cutting into a full pad. Just went round roughly with an ink pad. This is called Snip Art, and it's from a lady on eBay, but I can't remember of it. Trinket Parlour. So she sells them. Or is it not? Or is it the Craft Box? So either the Trinket Parlour or the Craft Box. I'm really sorry to either lady, I've got really confused. So it's just chipboard, but I actually got mine given to me in a giveaway that Crafty Crab did. So I've just inked it up, put it at a slight angle, and then these are Spellbinder dies, so just another simple little Christmas card. Yeah, again using the robins, and I like to try and do different colours, you know, so it's not all the traditional Christmas, because not everybody likes that. So I thought a little bit of a pinky one. Paper is first edition, but I'm not sure if it's still around because I've had it ages. Bling from the Works, some lace that was my grandma's, and I just inked it up with an ink pad so it all sort of blended in, so just a simplish one. Then the fox again, you can tell I was having great fun playing with those two. Just inked it in green, didn't want to colour it in, and then just sort of sprodged the ink pad, added some pearls, and then a little message on there. Then these are my colouring pages. There's sort of really got back into my colouring. These ones were from that pad I've shown a couple of times in a video that Crafty Crab gave me. So I've just coloured this in. I'm either using these in my like en masse book or mixed media, sort of not mixed media but like my junk journals, or I might use them on little thank you cards. So that's just a little butterfly one. And this is just pro markers and some glitter pens, so that's that page. This one I haven't coloured in completely because I'm only going to use the middle section. So yet again, pro markers, and that's gel pens, just pro markers. Those two are going to go in my en masse book for sea water animals. Oops, come away. And then some feathers, and I think that's all gel pens, so that can go in my en masse book. Then yet again, I've just haven't cuddled it at all. What am I on about? I suppose I could cuddle paper, but I'd rather colour it in. Oh dear, where did that come from? So yet again, just done the middle section, and then I'll cut them out and use them in a project. So let's just move that to one side. And these were my finished off bits I was showing when I was giving my thoughts on the original Spectrum Noirs, which I love. So the dress and that, because I've only got the blue set, is done with Spectrum Noirs. Oh, excuse me, what hiccup, and I can't. Excuse me. Everything else has been done with pro markers. I don't know if it's going to show up if I can get it to shimmer, but I've used the Spectrum Noir clear glitter pen, and they're nice. Something I have found out when colouring in with the glaze is, especially on the Spectrum Noir Colorista paper pad, if you've, not just with this, but also when you use it on your own, you need to let it dry a bit, otherwise it will smudge. They're quite a wet pen, especially on their paper pad, so I've learnt that a bit. So it's just, you know, learning. So I'll put that there. And then I forgot, I did this one last night before going to bed because I just wanted to unwind a bit more. So I've just coloured that in, and yet again, I don't know if you can see, but just where I smudged, I managed to cover some of it up with the black pro marker. The rest of it was all done with the Spectrum Noir Colorista range, and I'm going to stick that on the front of one of my junk journals, maybe my loose leaf one, because I actually do like the cover of my loose leaf binder, but I just want something on the front, so I'm probably going to stick that on the front. So those are all my little projects and bits and bobs, and I hope to be back next week sometime. It's Friday the 30th of September. I know I probably won't get videos done over the weekend, so it'll be next week. I'm now getting in the habit of writing a list of, hopefully, I mean that's disgusting right now, I'm just writing it quickly, but I'm now keeping a notepad of videos I plan to do, so then I can upload them and I know where I am. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe, and I will subscribe back. Take care, have a good weekend, bye!